South Korea and the United States conducted large-scale live-fire drills northeast of the capital Seoul, less than 30 kilometers from the border with North Korea. The military exercises come as South Korea celebrates the 63rd anniversary of National Defense Day, and the government tries to bolster morale in the military as well as demonstrate its resolve against North Korea.
This exercise gave us an opportunity to confirm once again that we can surely win over any enemies when we combine South Korean and U.S. military strength with our strong firepower.
1,300 South Korean forces practice with the country's homegrown tanks and new anti-aircraft weapons, as well as fighter jets and helicopters bought from the U.S. American forces also participated in armored vehicle training and target practice from Apache helicopters. Meanwhile, in Seoul, a protest took place outside the Ministry of Defense. Despite their sparse numbers, demonstrators believe the South Korean public is growing wary of the U.S. military.
The U.S. military presence is an excessive strategy that undermines the peace in Korea and causes more tension in the Northeast Asia region. Many more South Koreans are starting to see that there is no need for U.S. troops in South Korea anymore, over 60%.
A U.S. Forces member recently confessed to raping an 18-year-old South Korean girl. In addition, WikiLeaks released a cable from the U.S. Embassy in Seoul revealing that South Korea's defense ministry lied about the cost of relocating U.S. bases in the country.
The defense ministry previously suggested the cost would be shared almost equally, when in fact the South Korean taxpayer appears set to foot 93% of the bill to move U.S. forces onto super bases south of Seoul. Some argue the measure will not enhance South Korea's national security, but only improve America's international military infrastructure.
A prominent South Korean activist used a Korean proverb to describe America's behavior towards South Korea.
This means that South Korea is giving away money for a project which only supports the new military dominance strategy of the United States. The U.S. is blowing its nose without using its own hands.
Repercussions are likely as South Korean lawmakers again demanded a renegotiation of the controversial Status of Forces Agreement, which required the American soldier rapist to be released and returned to his U.S. Army base. Frank Smith, Press TV, Seoul.